Hello and welcome. This demo is for anybody who wants to update a Google Sheet with the contents of their Airtable base automatically and on a schedule. This can be set up easily in just a few short steps. If you've not heard of CSV Getter, it's a simple tool for generating URLs which allow you to extract your entire table data from Airtable really easily. We've got loads of different data formats, and you can even host dynamic tables and plots. These URLs are really flexible and powerful. And today I'm going to show you how to use your CSV version of the URL to update a Google Sheet like this. If you don't know how to generate this URL, there's loads of documentation and videos and resources. These are the new CSV Getter docs. It will walk you through the process, but basically all it involves is copy and pasting these IDs and generating the URL here by using a personal access token. Once you've generated the URL, you can use it for loads of things. It's a stable URL, it doesn't change, and it always gives the latest data of your Airtable base in the format you specify. So the CSV version is great for building a very simple Google Apps script which can update a sheet like this, fill it with your Airtable data on a schedule. This is perfect for keeping a backup in something which is not Airtable like Google Sheets. Also, by continually updating a Google Sheet, you can update a Looker dashboard, for example, using this Google Sheet as a data source. So I'll dive right in and show you how to do it. So in your Google Sheet here, click on Extensions and click on App Script. Right, you should be greeted with the App Script screen like this. You can name your project if you like. And just a very simple function we're going to put in here. It's in the docs here. So you can copy and paste it from the CSV Getter docs. You can find it in Sync Your Airtable base with Google Sheets. Just pressing this button will copy the entire thing, and we can paste it in here. Basically what this function is doing is it's calling your CSV Getter URL. So make sure you replace this with yours. And it's just submitting a request, parsing the CSV and overwriting your Google Sheet with the new data. And once you save this file here, the .gs file, you can run the CSV Getter function like so. So you can test it just by pressing run. The execution log here will show you when it starts and when it finishes, and it may take a wee while on the first time. So, oh yes, and the first time you run this, you will need to authorize basically this script to edit your Google Sheet. So this flow here is basically just checking that you are all right with basically this app is the script that you've just written. Obviously, I'm all right with it because I've written this app myself, so I trust it. Basically, I just click Go to CSV Getter. So this is going to basically giving it the permission to control the Google spreadsheet. Right, so that's the permission being granted, and as you can see, because of that, it has started and it has completed. Here's my Airtable base, of which I've created a CSV Getter URL, and now if you look at my Google Sheet, it's just full of all that data. And basically, we can set this script to run at a scheduled interval, and you can do that very easily just by pressing this button here. That's triggers. Add a trigger. Choose which function you want to run. I want to run this CSV Getter function, which I've just written. Select event source. So the event that we want to trigger the running of this function, we want it to be a time-driven event. And we can say, do we want this to be an hourly thing, a minutely thing? I think for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to make it go every 5 minutes. So now we're saying that this function is going to run every 5 minutes. It's going to look at Airtable, get our Airtable data, the entire table, have it as CSV, put it in Google Sheets. So saving that, you'll see that basically this schedule will come up. What I'm going to do now is I am going to add some test data to this. So I'll add a new row. I'll just call it 00. I will call, these are films, so I'll just call this test film. Budget, let's just do 000, 000, comedy, 000. So I've added a new row to my data. It won't be in the Google Sheet yet. It will only join the Google Sheet once this function runs. So what I'll do is I'll pause this video, I'll wait for the first time the function runs, and then we'll see if the new data is in the sheet. Okay, so we're back. I refreshed the page, and we can see that the first run started about 5 minutes after I wrote the script. And now that that's been run, you can see my Google Sheet has been overwritten and subsequently updated with a new row that I added in Airtable. So if you have a dynamically updating Airtable base, you want to mirror that in Google Sheets, this is a very good way of doing it. And it's just one of the many ways that you can use these really powerful CSV Getter URLs. Any questions about this? Take a look at the docs where I've written this up as an article. Any questions about anything else with your CSV Getter URL? Take a look at these resources here. You can add parameters to your URL so that basically you can choose the columns that will be in the CSV, and you can do other stuff with URL parameters like setting the file name. There's lots of resources here. I'm at a stage where I'm adding lots of features to the service, so you can always email me and give me feedback. So yeah, good luck.